Hey, welcome back.
I'm so glad
Paul
to be
Thorn,
here.
yeah.
How you been, Nick?
I'm good. How's Tupelo, Mississippi?
It's good. You know, that's where Elvis was born, and
Yeah.
he's not alive, I'm afraid to say.
He would be, 80 or something
He
now?
just had his 80th birthday. He sure
Yeah.
did.
He's dead, but he had his 80th birthday.
He did, and
Yeah.
everybody's
Do
celebrating.
people talk about him like that? Like Elvis just had his 80th birthday?
It's amazing, and back in Tupelo, how his memory still is alive. And I actually know this lady that works with my wife. She has a claim to fame that when she's an older lady now, but when she was young, she went to Memphis where Elvis lived, and he invited her to his mansion, and they went in the jungle room and did it.
I think she might be the only one. Yeah.
No, but she's one of them.
Yeah. Maybe she likes peanut butter too. Who knows?
Yeah, I don't know.
You know, I read some stuff about Tupelo lately. Some interesting things. One is that there's some people in your hometown who are trying to make marijuana legal in the state of Mississippi to give all the money to schools. Had you heard that yet?
I have not, but if they legalize it and the kids start smoking it, they won't be able to concentrate doing their work.
There's some irony there, but of course, Mississippi, I think, is still currently ranked 50th in terms of public schools. So maybe trying something is good, probably.
Well, you know what? I just hope they can, like everybody in the world, find a way to improve themselves.
Yeah, exactly.
That's a politically correct answer.
It's good. I also saw something funny about in Tupelo, in your neighborhood, the guy who was I think he was the head of the Department of Corrections, just got arrested and now is going to go to jail, which seems sort of, there's irony in there a little bit too. He stole $1 million or something like that.
Well, when you have power, it's hard to do the right thing.
Yeah.
Because it really is,
Yeah.
you know, because when you have power, you're supposed to show mercy. But some people get intoxicated by power and they abuse it.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, there's a bad apple in every basket.
Right.
Yeah.
Let me ask you, just because your new record has some songs on it that touch on some, contemporary concerns like big box retail coming in and sort of taking the lifeblood out of small mom and pop shops in town, and politicians that if you lower your expectations far enough, you'll get what you deserve.
That's right.
That kind of stuff. What would happen if you woke up one of these days and they suddenly said, "Oh, Paul, hey, we had a meeting. We decided you're the guy here in Mississippi now. You're the governor, and you also control all the politicians, everything. You can do anything you want here in the state." What would you do if you were that guy who had power and could show mercy?
If it was me, like I said, I'm not an expert on anything, but I would find people who was good at a certain thing, and I would delegate authority. I would give those positions of authority to people who was experts in that field and had a good heart to go with it. Yeah. And as you know, in the world of government, that don't exist.
Because they hold on to the power themselves, or what's the problem, you think?
Well, just I'll tell you one thing I learned. I've gotten hired to play a few shows for men who are billionaires. And I noticed when they do these parties, they have a lot of political people at these parties. I ain't gonna name no names, but folks like George Bush and them. And at these parties, there's a lot of, kissing going on.
Right.
And I'm sad. I'm disheartened by that because it seems like the people that's got a lot of money gets their favors more than anybody else.
Yeah.
It's a basic way of saying it, but I saw it up close.
Yeah. Yeah, so you would work to try to get the money out of politics in some way or another, probably.
Yeah, but I'm not one of these people that talks about politics. But a lot of people are just hungry for power, and people like that should not be leaders. I don't think.
Well, we'll dive into this through more of your songs later on. But it's interesting. I think part of it is just you've had such a crazy life already. You've had so many different twists and turns. It would be hard to make this stuff up, really. You know, I was talking about your dad being the Pentecostal preacher and you passing the tambourine around when you're 3 years old and keeping the money. And
Yeah. Yeah, well, I learned that from them. Preachers and pimps have a lot in common. They, the main difference is the preacher, to be in his club, it costs you 10% of your income, but to be in the pimp club, it costs you 100% of your income. And they both don't do good when they're not king.
okay, I'm going to think about that for a while.
Soak on that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, they like to be shepherds.
Yeah. Well, you know, it's funny because the music business is not far away from all that stuff either. Because, you know, in a way, it's your job is to engage and inspire people and sell them some stuff at the end of the show. And, you know, you got some stuff in common with those with pimps and preachers.
Yeah, I do. I try to, you know, of course I got to sell my stuff because I'm trying to feed my family and have a life and do good in life. But at the end of it, I don't want to hurt nobody. When I do a show, I actually want to give them people something,
Right.
and make them feel good as they go home, and they can have a good laugh and have a good time. And if they want to give me $20 and buy one of my CDs, that helps me pay my bills.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. You know, I got to see you this last summer. We were at a festival together, and I think it was in Missouri somewhere.
Okay. I remember seeing you. I just don't remember where it was.
Our meeting made a big impression.
No, I remember seeing you, but I don't remember where it was.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was in Missouri. But anyway,
Yeah.
I got to see your band. Great band.
Thank you.
Yeah, really good band. Good rocking band. And do you do most of your gigs solo or most of the gigs with the band these days?
I do most gigs with a band.
With the band,
Yeah.
yeah.
I've had the same band members for nearly 20 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
And you know,
Good guys, great players.
Yeah, we are. You know, we're not young kids anymore, but that's good because, you know, young kids don't know how to act. And when you get a little age and maturity, you're able to happily coexist together in a better way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially if you're in a van.
No, we done got upgraded.
Oh, you
we
did?
got a
Okay.
Mercedes Sprinter now.
Yeah, that's
with
good.
a trailer pulled behind it. And when we started out in my career, we had to rent a van. Then we could afford to buy one. We bought one. Then we could afford to get a trailer to pull behind the van. Then we could afford a Mercedes Sprinter with our equipment in the back. Then we blew up so big that we got a Mercedes Sprinter and a trailer behind it. And then it just went superstar status. And now we all get our own private hotel rooms every night.
Wow.
We don't have to sleep next to nobody.
Wow.
Unless we make a bad choice with one of them girls in the front. Which could cost you everything.
Yeah. But your bandmates would understand. They would forgive you.
They would, because what happens on the road stays on the road, and if they tell on me, they know I'm gonna tell on them.
You know, you're getting into some territory that I think is just let's leave that.
It's what people want to hear about.
Yeah.
They don't care about my new record, which is called Too Blessed to Be Stressed, by the way.
Yeah. It's kind of an optimistic record. There's some good, sweet stuff on there. Kind of a positive record.
It really is. You know, every song on my record, Too Blessed to Be Stressed, it is positive because, you know, I went through that phase early in my career where I was writing about, you know, girls and broken heart and all that. But I'm past that now. You know, I love my family. I love my wife, love my kids, and I ain't in that dark hole no more. So right now I'm rejoicing.
Yeah.
And I'm writing happy songs,
Yeah.
like Too Blessed to Be Stressed.
Yeah, man. No, it's great. It's great. And I'm just curious because, you know, I mentioned that thing about you being a fighter in part of your career, and you did really well, and you had some great fights, and again, that Roberto Duran fight, that 6 rounds was a big deal, life accomplishment.
Yeah, you know, when I got into boxing, it was my pimp uncle got me into boxing, and he you know, being around my uncle, I felt kind of like I was one of his prostitutes, because he always threw me into the fray, you know. And I went out there and I became a boxer, and as it turned out, I had a little bit of.
Did he take a piece of the action if you won some money?
You know, I'm gonna have to pat him on the back. First of all, I didn't make a whole lot of money as a boxer, because to make a lot of money as a boxer, you have to be the best.
Right.
And although I was good, I wasn't the best. And when I fought Duran, I was number 29 in the world in my weight class, and so that's how I got the fight. I beat a lot of good fighters, but there's a difference between good and great. Yeah. And so when I got in the ring with Duran, I tried my best, but he was like the Michael Jordan of boxing. He had so many tricks and so many things he did I'd never seen before. And so I gave a good account of myself, but after 6 rounds, when I sat on my stool between the 6th and the 7th, the doctor came in, looked at my eyes, and my eyes had horrible cuts over them, and the blood was flowing into my vision. And so they stopped the fight, and he was the better man. But I read in the paper the other day that Duran just turned 63, and he had a car wreck, and he hurt his back, and that got me thinking, I want a rematch. Because I really believe I could knock him out now. Sticking and moving.
Well, you know, that's what the people would like to see also, probably, you know.
Yeah, that's when I'd be a man of power with no mercy.
Well, like I say, there's been some interesting twists and turns along the way. We're glad you found your way here back to eTown.
I am too.
And we sure like the new record. And,
Thank you.
And you want to play a few more songs?
Yeah, let's do one with the band. How about that?
That sounds good. Well, welcome back, if you would, Paul Thorn from Tupelo, Mississippi.